So now Donald Wells claims that he saw the mysterious red truck in his driveway the morning that Summer disappeared. What?
We really miss her very much. She was the angel, our blessing, the love of our life. She's what made our world go around.
Personally, I think someone come up here and grabbed her and ran down the hill.
I think so
and
too.
threw her in a car and drove as far away as they could from this area.
I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself or off this yard by her swing.
Now, authorities are looking for the driver of a red Toyota Tacoma that was in the area around the time Summer went missing, and stressing that this person is a potential witness.
I've never seen this truck, and I've never heard of it until just recently. But I wish they would come forward and explain themselves. I mean, if you're not a suspect, at least come forward and say what you've seen.
No one has been named a suspect, and authorities have not ruled Summer's disappearance as an abduction.
Donald Wells now says there's a lot of people that come around constantly, day and night, all hours of the night, looking for pills, whatever, meth, I don't know. We see that a lot. Like the picture I posted of the little red truck. He got stuck at 3 in the morning. They're out there yelling and screaming. So I went to work that morning. That was the first thing I dealt with, until the police showed up. Yeah, that's pretty common in that area, Lots of rough characters around there, for sure. When I was leaving for work that morning, there was a guy at the bottom of my driveway wanting me to pull start his four-wheeler. Then the police showed up and asked if I could go ahead and pull it over to his truck. The policeman said, "Yeah, Mr. Wells, just go ahead and pull it over there." So I did. When we got there, I seen the truck on a bank near a ditch, high-centered. I asked the officer if I could take some pictures. He said, "Go ahead, Mr. Wells, no problem." Started asking him for paperwork. When I went to the side to take the pictures, some woman stuck her head out of the side of the truck. She looked like she ain't combed her hair in 2 months. I don't know. She just laid back in there and covered up. That kind of stuff is constant in this area. That's what I was dealing with that morning. The police just showed up. Somebody else had called the law. On July 8th, 2021, Candace posted the following to Facebook. "We really need help finding this red pickup truck with a letter rack. Not sure of make, maybe Toyota. Not the one pictured, but something like it. I just found out that it was parked at the bottom of our driveway around the time of Summer's disappearance. Please help us locate this truck. It did have buckets in the back." And then 10 days later, she told Rogersville Review a $50,000 reward for any info about that red truck or who drove it or whatever. You'd think that person would have dropped like a drop of a hat and jumped on that. They found one truck over on 81 and 36 or something like that, and the license plate was removed. So they ran the VIN and it come back to 101 Ben Hill. There's not even a 101 Ben Hill down here. So they wrote that off as pretty much a lost cause because they didn't run into nothing. They didn't track down nobody or nothing, I guess. And then there was another truck that they found alongside the road with ladder racks on it, and it wasn't the truck, they said. Half the time they told me it was a Nissan, and half the time they told me Toyota. I don't know what this truck is. Who witnessed the truck? I don't know that either, no clue. I keep telling people I wish I knew what happened. Why don't you ask your husband, since he's the one that saw the truck? So I don't know if you guys remember, but on June 28th, 2021, on WJHL News, the TBI had tweeted an update about Summer Wells. They were seeking a potential witness driving a red pickup truck seen near Summer Wells' home close to the time of her disappearance. A Toyota pickup truck was seen near Beach Creek Road and Ben Hill Road on either Monday, June 14th or Tuesday, June 15th. The pickup is possibly a 98 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack along with a white buckets in the truck bed. And the TBI posted, "Media, we are asking for your assistance in reaching out to a potential witness in the area of Ben Hill Road on the afternoon that Summer Wells went missing." Okay, and recently, a new update on August 4th, 2021. TBI reports a photo of what the truck in question looks like has not been issued by authorities. Claims that the truck has been found are false. It has been brought to our attention that a photo of what the truck may look like has been circulating on social media, along with claims that the vehicle has been located. This is not accurate. Additionally, the photo was not released by law enforcement. We continue to urge the public only to share information from official sources. Investigators have not asked for assistance in the search from any private citizens. Misinformation shared on social media about the case continues to cause problems.
Leslie, at this point in the search and investigation, do you believe Summer Wells is still alive?
We hope so, but honestly, we just don't know. I mean, we're holding out hope, doing everything we can. Obviously, we typically would have found a child at this stage in the investigation, so honestly, we just don't know. The circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance remain unclear. TBI agents and Hawkins County detectives working alongside the FBI continue to work around the clock to determine what happened to Summer Wells. In order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we can't discuss everything we're doing and have done to find Summer. We're still trying to find Summer. It's now been 1 week and 2 days since she went missing. Here's what we can tell you. Numerous residents and individuals associated with the family have been interviewed. Surveillance video and photos have been reviewed, as well as other potential digital evidence. We're still working to identify everyone in the area on the afternoon that Summer went missing. One of you asked us in a previous briefing the standard amount of time it takes for a case like this to be resolved. While every case is different, this one is definitely outside of the norm. Typically, in an investigation like this one, we have some idea of where the case is headed and what might have happened within a few days. In this situation, despite doing everything within our power and exploring all avenues, the circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance remain unclear. I understand the lack of answers frustrates you in the public, but trust me, no one is more frustrated than we are. If we develop information that will lead to locating Summer, we will share that with you first and foremost. In the meantime, we ask anyone with information who hasn't come forward to please call 1-800-TBI-FIND.
One point I want to make and clear up, obviously, is a couple of days ago I asked for the public not to help us in our search in the woods and stuff. That is because we know where every searcher is, where every team is, and the captain and his staff, they're tracking everyone. So if we get the general public in the woods, we don't know about it, and they're going to get missed when they go home or don't go home. So it's going to be somebody else that we have to generate time and information and resources to find. What I did ask for, and I still need, is all the people in Upper Beach Creek, in Hawkins and Sullivan County, to search their property again and again. You got to look for a small child. You have to look for evidence of a small child's being. And if you got field cameras, if you got security cameras, we need you to check those again. Just keep checking them and checking them. And if you have a resident that cannot search their property themselves, if they'll call my office at 423-272-4848, I will send an officer to your residence to search your property for you.
Can you just sort of elaborate on what you guys know for sure happened before she went missing that Tuesday night?
We can't release any more than what we've already provided. We know that she was supposedly with family members outside of her home, was seen going into the home. When her mother went to check on her, she was not in the house.
What about lie detector tests? Has anybody been given those?
I think she can address this.
Well, it's no secret that the TBI has a polygraph unit. We don't discuss specifics, but I can tell you that we use that as an investigative tool. In a situation like this, we're going to use every resource and tool available to us. The family continues to cooperate at this time. If we have questions, they answer our questions. If we need them to come to the command post to clarify some information, they respond. So they've been very cooperative. We still don't know where Summer is. We don't know what happened to her, and it's extremely frustrating. I can't tell you how heartbreaking it is. The sheriff has worked around the clock, his team's worked around the clock. The search crews, TBI agents, FBI agents, we're doing everything we can to find her, but to not have any more answers than we do at this stage, it's just heartbreaking. At least we know that her family reported her missing. They called the sheriff's office around 6:30. Prior to that, it was early afternoon when she was last seen, and they searched for a little bit and then reported her missing. Thank you for coming out. I know a couple of you had questions asking why we are not having daily media briefings. The simple answer is we just haven't had any new information to provide. But just because we don't have a briefing doesn't mean that you can't reach out to us and ask any questions you may have. And of course, we are going to continue to post updates on Twitter and the TBI Facebook page. And feel free to check with us if you have any additional questions or need clarification. Thank you.